Mia was never the popular girl in school. She grew up in a small house, wearing hand-me-down clothes, carrying used books, and walking with her head down to avoid the constant stares. In class, she always chose the last row, not because she preferred it but because no one wanted her beside them. Every morning, she heard the same whispers. "Look, the class loser is here. She'll never amount to anything." Mia never fought back. She believed that words were temporary, but her dreams were permanent. Deep down, she carried a quiet fire, a desire to rise above everything she was forced to endure. Her classmates never knew the battles she fought at home. They never knew she studied under dim lights, helped her mother with extra work, or saved every rupee she could. They only saw what was easy to mock. They couldn't see the strength forming inside her. During her final year, things got worse. One incident during a school performance left her humiliated in front of the entire auditorium. She cried for hours that night, feeling completely crushed. But the next morning, something changed. She wiped her tears and whispered to herself, "One day, they'll know who I really am." And she meant it. School ended, and life opened a new chapter. Mia worked harder than ever, applying for scholarships, taking small jobs, studying late nights, and never allowing exhaustion to win. Slowly, step by step, her world began to shift. She earned her first scholarship. Then the next. She worked as an intern in a tech company, observing everything like a sponge. And then came the turning point, her idea for a simple but brilliant app. She worked alone at first, coding, designing, and building without sleep. Months later, her app went viral. Investors noticed her. Her startup grew rapidly, and within a few years, Mia became one of the youngest and most successful tech entrepreneurs in the region. The same girl who was once mocked as the class loser was now running board meetings, appearing in interviews, and inspiring thousands of young dreamers. Then one afternoon, she received an email with a familiar heading. 10-year school reunion, you're invited. She stared at the screen for a long time. Memories flooded back, laughter, humiliation, loneliness. For a moment, she felt the same heaviness she used to feel as a child. She almost deleted the email. But then, she smiled. I'm not who I was. Let them see who I've become. The night before the reunion, a former acquaintance sent her a screenshot of a group chat from her old classmates. They were laughing at her again. Bet Mia still looks the same. I hope she comes, we need entertainment. Mia read it calmly. No anger, no sadness, only strength. The reunion day arrived. Her old classmates gathered in the school courtyard, chatting loudly, bragging about jobs, cars, and families. Even after 10 years, their immaturity was the same. Suddenly, a loud roar echoed from the sky. Everyone looked up. A helicopter was descending toward the school grounds. Teachers, staff, and students ran outside to see what was happening. Phones came out instantly, people recording, taking pictures, screaming in surprise. The helicopter landed gently. Dust swirled through the air. Then the door opened. Mia stepped out. She wore a sleek black outfit, her posture straight and confident, and the sunlight made her look almost unreal. Her steps were steady, calm, and powerful, nothing like the shy, fragile girl they once bullied. The courtyard fell silent. The boys who used to mock her stared in disbelief. The girls who laughed behind her back now looked at her with envy. Every single person there felt the weight of their past smallness. Mia walked toward them. Nobody dared to speak first. With a soft smile, the kind that comes only from victory earned through pain, she said, "Thank you, for teaching me everything I never want to become." Her words didn't insult them. They simply exposed them. Many lowered their heads. Some pretended to check their phones. No one laughed. Mia didn't stay long. She didn't need validation. She didn't need praise. The reunion was never about showing off, it was about closure. As she walked back to the helicopter, one of her old bullies whispered, "She really made it." But Mia didn't hear it. Because she no longer needed to. She had already won, not by revenge, but by becoming everything they said she couldn't be. And as the helicopter rose back into the sky, everyone below realized the same truth. They once mocked her for being a loser. But she was the only one who learned how to fly. Your past does not define your future. This truth is simple, but it carries the weight of a lifetime. Too many people walk through the world believing that their mistakes, failures, or background limit what they can become. They cling to old labels, old wounds, and old opinions spoken over them by people who never understood their potential. But your past is nothing more than a place you have been. It is not the place you are destined to stay. Your future is shaped not by what happened yesterday, but by what you choose to do today, and every day after. Every person carries a story, some filled with pain, some filled with missed opportunities, some marked by unfair circumstances. But history is not destiny. You could come from a broken home, grow up in poverty, lose everything you once held dear, or feel like you are standing at the bottom with no one to help you. Still, none of these things have the authority to dictate who you will become. Life is not fixed. You are not fixed. You are a constantly evolving being capable of rewriting your own story. What truly matters is how hard you work when no one is watching. Success rarely comes from luck. It comes from discipline, from late nights and early mornings, from the willingness to push forward even when your mind whispers that giving up would be easier. Hard work does not mean grinding yourself into exhaustion. It means showing up consistently, making progress brick by brick, and refusing to surrender your dreams to temporary discomfort. Every step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to the person you want to be. And then there is belief, perhaps the most powerful force you possess. Believing in yourself is not arrogance, it's survival. Without belief, plans remain unstarted, dreams remain unspoken, and courage remains unused. You must believe that you deserve more, that you can achieve more, and that you have the strength to rise no matter how many times life knocks you down. Self-belief is the foundation upon which every great achievement is built. People may doubt you, circumstances may discourage you, and obstacles may overwhelm you, but if you hold faith in your own potential, you will always find a way to rise again. Rising boldly means stepping into the unknown, even when fear tries to hold you back. Fear is natural, but courage is a choice. Rising does not mean you won't feel afraid, it means you move forward in spite of that fear. It means letting go of past versions of yourself, shedding old identities that no longer serve you, and daring to imagine a life that once felt impossible. Rising boldly means refusing to shrink yourself to fit the expectations of others. It means walking your own path with confidence, even if you must walk alone for a while. The world is full of people who were underestimated, overlooked, or counted out, yet they rose. Not because their past was perfect, but because they refused to let it imprison them. They chose growth over excuses, courage over comfort, and progress over paralysis. Their stories teach us that transformation is always possible. No matter how dark your past has been, your next chapter can still be beautiful. Maybe you have failed before. Maybe you have made choices that you are not proud of. Maybe life pushed you down harder than most can imagine. But failure is not the end of your story, it is the beginning of your strength. Every scar can become a reminder of the battles you survived. Every mistake can become a lesson that builds your wisdom. Every setback can become the push that lifts you higher. You are not chained to who you used to be. You can outgrow old habits, replace limiting beliefs, and break free from environments that drain your energy. You can reinvent yourself at any age, in any situation, and at any stage of life. Progress is not reserved for those with perfect beginnings, it is for anyone brave enough to take the first step. Your past may have shaped you, but it does not own you. What owns you is your decision to rise, to evolve, to push forward with intention and courage. The power to change your life is already within you. You simply have to choose to use it. So rise boldly, dream fearlessly, work relentlessly, believe deeply, and walk toward the future you deserve, not the one your past tries to limit you to. Because you are not your past. You are the strength, the choices, and the courage that will build your future. And your future can be extraordinary, the moment you decide it will be.